Hi everyone, welcome to this tutorial. I'm Dami of 𝐓𝐻𝐇. Today we're learning how to make a basic skirt with bolt contour. So stick to the end of the tutorial. If you are joining us for the first time, thank you for joining us, and don't forget to click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to get notified anytime we have a new tutorial. For our returning subscribers, thank you for always joining us. So I made this just the drafting of the skirt. So if you want me to drop the sewing of the skirt, you drop it in the comment section that you want the sewing of the basic skirt. So to join my WhatsApp group, the link will be in the description box. Thank you for joining us, and let's get started. To draft the basic skirt with the bolt contour, we are going to be doing some calculations. So the waist of the skirt I'm working with is 26, the hip is 37 inches, the waist to the hip is 8 inches, waist to the knee is 23 inches, and the skirt length is 26 inches. So for the calculation now, we are going to be doing the bolt allocation method. So to do the bolt allocation method, we'll be needing our hip measurements. So the hip here is 37. So to do the bolt allocation now, we'll be dividing our hip by 2. You know, for our bolt now, if you take you are taking measurements from the right side of the body to the other side, like not round, from what the front now, we are going to be measuring the front. You notice that the front hip is smaller than the back hip. The back is bigger because of the bolt extension at the back. So to do that now, to do the bolt contouring method, we are going to be putting that into consideration. So our front hip will be smaller than the back hip. So for this now, our hip is 37 here. So we want to know what our front hip is and what our back hip is. The front hip now, we'll say our front hip equals to 37. That is the total hip divided by 2. So we'll get 18.5. Use your calculator to confirm it. So we'll get 18.5. Now, so for the front hip again now, we'll take the 18.5 now minus 1.5. Now, how do we get this 1.5? If the hip measurement is less than 35 inches, if the hip measurement is less than 35 inches, what you'll be using for your bolt allocation calculation will be 1. If it is more than 35, from 36 inches upward to like 45 inches, so 36 to like 45 inches, you use 1.5. So from like 46 inches to infinity, you use 2 inches. So don't forget this. This is how I got the 1.5, since the measurement, the hip we are working with is 37. So I'll be using the 1.5. So now that we have the 1.5 now, you subtract it, then you are going to be getting 17 inches. So our front hip now will be 17 inches. But you know that we are drafting the half scale, the half side of it. So we will still go ahead to divide it into 2, and this will give us 8.5. So our front hip here, this is the measurement we'll be using for our front hip, 8.5. So to do the back hip now, you bring this, the back hip will give you the same 37 divided by 2, which will give us 18.5. So now for the front, we subtracted 1.5. You know, we said that the back is bigger than the front. So the front, we subtracted 1.5. The back, will be adding back the 1.5 inches, and this will give us 20 inches. We are drafting 𝐓𝐻𝐇, so we divide it by 2, then we get our 10 inches. So for the front now, for the front hip, we'll be using 8.5 as our measurement. For the back hip, we'll be using 10 inches for our measurement. If you add these two together and you multiply it by 2, you must arrive at the 37 inches, which is our hip measurement. So now that we have established this now, we can go ahead to draft the skirts. Okay, so this is a pattern paper I'll be using to draft the skirt. The skirt I'm drafting today is an high waist skirt. So it's going to be carrying band of 2 inches. The length of the skirt is 26 inches. So to input all my measurements now, so I'm going to be placing, I said I'm going to be using a band of 2 inches. So because of the joining allowance on the skirt part, when you want to join the band to the skirt, we need ½ inch for that. So instead of removing 2 inches from my measurement, I'll be removing 1.5 inches from the measurement. So the remaining half will be for the joining, which will now make it to be 2 inches that we subtracted from the length of the skirt. So I'll place my 1.5 here on the borderline of the fabric or of the pattern paper that we are using. I'm only using pattern paper so that we can all see it very well. You can draft this directly on your fabric. So we have this now. So this is the 1.5 I'm subtracting. So my waist to hip is 8 inches. I'm going to mark it here. My waist to knee is 23 inches here. But I'm not going to be using this 23 inches because it is a pencil skirt. So from the 23 inches, I'm going to be stepping up by 3 inches. That is where the pencil effect of the skirt is going to be starting. So from the 23 subtracted 3, 1, 2, 3, that is 20. So I will mark this as my new knee measurement. This is where the pencil effect is going to be starting from. And the length of the skirt is 26 inches. So it depends on the type of fabric you are using. If you are using fabrics that is going to be having lining, you can add like 3 or 4 inches to pull up the lining so that the lining will not be showing on the hem. But we are using just like a fabric that you don't need lining, you just add like 2 inches or so. But I'm just going to be stopping on the length of the skirt here. So now that we have this, we'll go ahead and extend all the lines. Okay, so these are all the lines. So here is the waist, the hip, the new knee measurements, and the skirt length. So we have all these measurements now. We can go ahead and impute our waist measurements, the hip measurements, and the knee measurements. So now for my hip, now for my waist is 6.75. You can decide to divide your waist into 4, or you use the waist allocation. So my waist here is 6.75 here, like this. And the hip, don't forget, with our calculation here, we got our front hip to be 8.5. The front hip to be 8.5, so we'll mark it here. So now on the knee area, don't forget we are doing the pencil effects now. So this method I've been using and it works. So whatever you have on your knee, on your hip area here, for me, I have 8.5 here. So whatever you have on your hip, so let's say after your calculation, you have 10 inches on your hip, you are going to be subtracting 0.5 from whatever you have on your hip. So for this measurement in the ear, I have 8.5. So my knee line now, I'm going to be adding 8 inches. I subtracted 0.5 from it. So I'm going to be adding 8 inches here. So whatever is here is what you take to the hem of the skirt, like this. So you have this on the hem of the skirt. So with this, our measurements marked out now, you can go ahead and connect the lines together. Okay, so we have this now. So let me explain this part again. We subtracted 0.5 from the front hip measurement. This will give us 8 inches for this person. So this same thing we have for the knee in the front is what we'll be having for the knee in the back. When we get to the back, you will understand better. So whatever we have here, so now for this measurement now, we have 8 inches. 8 times 4, that will give us 32. And don't forget that our hip measurement is 37. So to have the pencil effect now, we have successfully removed 5 inches from our hip measurement. So this is going to be for the above knee measurement to have the pencil effect. So now that we have marked this one out here, the center front, don't forget to mark it out. So now that we have this, we go ahead and cut out the skirt. So this is a skirt block for the front. Let me mark it. The waist, the hip, knee, and the skirt length. So this pattern here is what we'll be placing on a fresh pattern paper to get our back block. So to do the back block now, still going to use this pattern since it's remaining. So we have this here, you place it on the pattern here, so you can trace it out, but I just like to just leave it on the pattern. You can trace yours out. So I'll be putting some things so that these do not. Okay, so now that we have here now, you're going to extend your hip line to this place. You notice that I left some spaces here. This is the center front and this side will be for our center back. So you extend your hip line out like this. You also extend the waistline out also like this. Okay, so for this particular method of skirts, the front bodies does not carry any form of dart. The front body will not carry any form of dart. The only dart we're going to be having will be on the back block. So you come to your waist here, you can add 1 inches or 1.5 inches for the dart. So I will add 1 inch for my dart here. So this will be the dart allowance for the back. So on the hip area now, you notice that I know our hip for the front is 8.5 and the back is 10 inches, and the difference we have there is 1.5. So you can just mark out your 1.5 or just measure it out straight up like this. So this is 10 inches here. You mark it, then you connect it to the hip line. All right, so we have this now. So to do the contouring shaping of the hip line, so from the hip line here, you can step down by 6 inches or so. So from 6 inches, you just mark the 6 inches on the center front like this. Then you can use your free hand or you use your rule to make a shape. Now, when you are making this shape, make sure it is not too pronounced so that it will blend very well and it will not be like bulging at the back. So I just place my ruler like this. Then I'm going to blend it back to this place. You know, we have the extension here. This one here is for the dart. So this one is the hip extension, which will be bigger than the front. So we are trying to blend this hip back to the center front. So we have this here like this. So there's remaining parts here will be the normal measurement we have for the front. You just mark it out like so. So this is what we'll be having for the back. So when we are cutting out the back now, we'll be cutting this line here down like this. So you can add your zipper allowance. You can add zipper allowance for 1 inch. We are turning it with lining. You can add 1.5. So you just follow the shape all the way down to the hem of the skirt. Okay, so this is what the zipper allowance will be for the back. Now, when I was explaining this knee area here, I said the front and the back are going to be the same thing. So this difference here is just for your joining allowance for the center back. So this is going to be the same thing for the front. So once you're able to establish this now, you can go ahead and cut out the back block. Okay, so this is the blocks we have. So this is the front and this is the back block. So this is the side front back and this is the center back. We've added the allowance here. On the side, you just place it on your fabric and you had the necessary allowance for the side joining, and you also had the same thing for the front. Now on this waist, you don't need to add any allowance again because we have added it to our measurements already. On the hemline, depending on the fabric you are using, if you are turning with lining, you just add your folding allowance on the hemline.